Egads.
As soon as I see that it's recording properly.
You're good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's up.
Oh.
Is there sound?
Yeah. I hear myself.
Alright. There we go.
Hello.
So, we are playing 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, weekly around 7:30 Thursday nights. This is my homebrew campaign. We've been going on for quite some time now, although we're only level 5. That will soon change, fairly soon, hoping.
Fingers crossed.
But we're doing milestone leveling system. I will talk about what's going on in the campaign just as soon as people introduce their characters. Let's start with a charisma roll for that order.
Natural 20. Plus 0.
I think you might have to be rolling in roll 20 now since we have a visual on rolls.
Oh, there it is.
Whoop! Alright.
I accidentally rolled twice.
So... who is Guryev?
Guryev is a half-elf from a relatively small coastal town. He's a archaeologist by trade, I suppose. And he uses that term lightly because he actually moonlights more as a grave robber in his past lives. He's been acquainted with the Raven Queen. It's more of a business relationship between the two of them, as he prefers that things stay dead instead of interfering with his business of robbing their graves. He's a grave cleric, and he is quite reserved for the most part unless you get to know him. He doesn't really have very good social skills considering how much time he spent doing his own thing in the desert around a little bit northeast of his hometown. Spent about 70 years after his father disappeared and his mom went back to her hometown, and his two younger brothers, or one younger brother, one older brother, were they suppose that they were taken by slavers, but it was never confirmed. They were just stealing from boats that were in the dock, and the crew caught them from one of the boats, and their friends got away, but the two of them were captured and not seen from again. I guess for like what he looks like, he's a little over 100, a little over 5 foot. He's 5'3". Weighs a pretty scrawny 130 pounds. He's got pale green eyes and pale gray, kind of almost like ash colored skin, and gray hair. It's has a little bit of white, but for the most part just gray. That's Guryev.
Sweet. Now let's hear about Mirasha.
Oh, great. Okay. Mirasha is a female half-orc eldritch knight, age 25, about 5'11". She's got green, kind of lightly freckled skin with dark brown eyes. Her hair is a dark reddish brown that is braided up the sides into kind of a semi-dreaded, ratted mohawk look. In her early years, she spent living in the city of Memnon with her father, who was a blacksmith. After her father passed away, a group that was clients of her father's, the Band of Blades, took her in. The captain of the group, Captain Belfast, was a longtime friend of her father's and was willing to take Mirasha in when she had nowhere else to go. This was a group of ragtag, motley crew of mercenaries who just kind of made their way around, kind of serving themselves. They were previously soldiers from various kingdoms serving random lords and just found it more beneficial for themselves not to answer to anyone but themselves. And in her early years, they mostly looked after and Mirasha, but as she got older, she became more interested in fighting and learning the ways of a mercenary. So Belfast took her under her wing and she learned to be an Eldritch Knight like him. When the mass memory loss hit the land, Mirasha found herself alone and didn't know what became of the family that she had found. So right now she is on the lookout around the land trying to find where her people are, kind of searching high and low, presenting her sigil, I guess, the tattoo on her arm, to see if she could find any signs of her father figure and her mercenary family, until she found this group of travelers in the swamp and has joined them in their mission to regain the memories they had lost.
Sweet. Let's hear about Boro.
So, I play a green dragonborn, skin color kind of a dark seaweed kind of green, but unlike most dragonborn, I am actually pretty small, only about 5'6", scrawny as well, and because of this, because of me being a runt, so to speak, my father cast me and my mother out onto the streets, and so we eventually made our way to a place called Skuld, a very run-down, seedy type of town, a lot of crime happening, and had to steal in order to get by, just simple things, whether it's a little bit of coin, a little bit of food. And unfortunately, as I was a little boy going through all of this, I stole from a particular bad group of individuals, led by a black dragonborn named Sabanir. And instead of punishing me when I got brought to him, he saw my frame and thought maybe I would actually be good for a particular job of assassinating one of his competitors, so to speak. It's either that or kind of pay with my life situation. So I do it, even though it's a botched job of an attempt, and I barely even get away with being successful in this assassination. And while Sabanir was still impressed with how I was able to do so, and he offered more work for me in order to pay and earn money, finally get off the streets. He even paid me for this particular job, a fair amount, in fact. When he paid me, I decided to, very scared, but I told him no. And at the time, he simply said that was fine, and he let me be on my way. I ran back to my mother, and before I did, I even bought her and myself a biggest cherry pie I could find. And when I actually went to where we slept under a bridge, I had found her dead. And shortly after I had gone back to Sabanir, crying and telling what happened. He consoled me and offered to help train me, and again, continue as long as I could help him and his organization. and for a while I looked at him as a father figure as I grew up. But over the years, as I grew in skill, I unfortunately learned it was actually him who orchestrated the murder of my mother in order to manipulate me to work for him. So in a rage, I lashed out and attacked him, but with no plan, and barely, almost on death's door, had to jump out the window from inside where I was attacking him and escape the town. And so I've been on a journey to improve my skills and one day act vengeance on this particular person. And that's kind of my summed up story of Boro, the small-framed rogue dragonborn.
Wow, that suddenly got sad quickly. We'll have Gwyn.
Okay, my full name is Gwynnestari, but I go by Gwyn. I'm fair-skinned. I've got medium brown hair and amber eyes. I'm kind of tall-ish. I'm 5'7", and I grew up. Well, first off, when I was a little girl, I was traveling through the yearwood forest with my parents. We were ambushed, attacked, and my parents died. And I had hid and escaped being killed, fortunately. But then I was left alone in the forest. And so I wandered along, and I was found by an elderly druid woman who took me home and raised me. Her name was Carol Wren. She became my mentor. And, oh, by the way, I am a half-elf, half-human. And with my time with Carol, I became a druid. And I spent all my life thus far, since I was a little girl, in the forest with her, going to the nearby town for supplies and such, but otherwise mostly in the forest. So I am just kind of stretching my wings, and I ran into a party who was traveling through the town when I went to go get supplies, and I have, through a series of events, decided to join up with them to just kind of travel and see the world. Yeah.
Alright, let's find out who Delta is.
Delta is a water genasi. So one of her parents was a human and the other was an elemental. And as sometimes happens with genasi, she was given up to an orphanage near Baldur's Gate when she was a baby, and so she grew up there, kind of didn't really fit in or look like anybody else, so she kind of hid out in the library, reading books, and eventually befriended another orphan who also looked a little different, and they learned together from the I guess the library keeper guy, Brother Yara, and eventually her friend left to find her own way, and Delta left as well. She ended up on a ship. She wanted to know kind of more about her heritage, so she spent a few years on a ship studying water, and became a wizard And then I think that's mostly how far we've gotten. She is about 20 years old, 5'5". She's got blue-black eyes. Her skin is blue-green, like deep water, and her hair is dark blue, like very dark, almost black, dark blue.
And last but not least, Khalas, who is no longer wearing her robe of Snuggies.
I am not. No, I just wanted to let them see my token. So I play Khalas. Khalas is youthful looking, and she has a fairly athletic build. She's 5'7", weighs 170 pounds. She's got a fairly curvy physique. Her eyes are solid black. They're almond-shaped. Her skin is slightly tanned olive toned with a hint of red to it. It's just very rosy looking. She's also a tiefling. So she has big ram horns coming out of her skull, and a tail that whips about. She usually tries to keep it around her waist, but when you're wearing a lot of armor, it tends to get into the way. She has short pixie cut hair that is a light, dusty rose pink. And she wears a pair of worn, round-rimmed glasses that used to be gold, but they've kind of tinned up a bit. They have a nice patina on them. She was wearing used scale mail, but she was finally able to afford her own brand new purchase of new armor, half-plate mithril armor. So she's finally starting to feel like she's making it. She's becoming a true cleric. And she's a cleric. She was found by a group of members of the Order of the Gauntlet at the edge of a river. Most of the clerics and paladins that found her wanted to finish the job that someone had started. But one cleric, Vasid saved her and brought her to the orphanage outside of Baldur's Gate. And he was actually the one that named her Khalas Nahar, River of Salvation. It was here that she grew up, and she learned pretty quickly that she was not welcome. There was definitely something odd about her, that the other orphans didn't want to play with her, they didn't want to talk to her. Maybe it was the eyes, maybe it was the horns, who knows. But she did meet Delta and the library, and they grew up together, having a good time, hanging out in the library with Brother Yara, the old Faxi who ran the library. When she turned 18, she had to choose if she was going to stay at the orphanage and study to become a priest, or if she was going to go down a different path. And she chose to be a cleric, just like Vasid. And she left the orphanage at 18 to go and try and find her faith. She has recently found her faith, unfortunately, due to very sad events. And she now worships the god Tyr, the god of justice.
Alright, that is our cast of characters going forward right now. But this was not always the group of adventurers since the start of this campaign. It's had some changes, but at the very start, right when we started this, it was a bit of a startle for the group who was Khalas, Guryev, and Delta. They had one other companion, a ranger, and they started off in a Hall of Heroes. This Hall of Heroes was celebrating an event, a recent victory that nobody knows right now, but that is because they had something happen to their memories. They started at the highest level, level 20, and everyone was having a great time. There was a feast. They had recently defeated something, but then they heard the sound of laughter pierce through the halls over the cheering and the feasting. Very shortly after this laugh echoed throughout the chamber, everyone suddenly forgot their past. They forgot their magic, their abilities. It was all suddenly gone, and nothing was to explain it. At first there was chaos in the hall, people wondering what happened. How did they get this gear? How were they in this place? They do not remember anything before level 1. They were just peasants. And in the confusion, the hall was invaded, and by demons, undead, various monsters that came and attacked through the front doors. And this had the guild, the Hall of Heroes, the Guild of Heroes, under quite alarm, as people now without their skills, their magic, fled out of a secret back door of the hall. And although many heroes died trying to escape, these 4 were able to get into the forest, the Cormanthier forest. This was the town of Ashabenford, and they headed north, following the river to Shadowdale. This was the nearest safe haven that they could find, and upon reaching it, they found it in chaos as well. The people there had also lost memories, and criminals were taking advantage of the lack of enforcement abilities. They forgot, how do I police? How do I protect people? I don't remember my training, my skills. But then they hid in the cathedral, where there was actually a ritual happening. There was a secret artifact that had been found in the town amidst the chaos, and this artifact had been brought to this cathedral, to the priests there, and they saw it as evil. They saw it as power that could kill, because it had killed one person before. So collectively, the priests used their power to destroy this artifact, and upon doing so, the players got to level 1, where they suddenly regained memories from them doing basic training in their fields, clerics, ranger, wizard, and with the huzzah, the local enforcement went out and tried to contain the chaos outside. And with some of this knowledge, the high priest in the cathedral told the people seeking sanctuary from the Ashabenford raid that there were apparently artifacts out in the world that contained power that needed to be destroyed. And so this led them to another artifact in the ruins of wow, how can I not remember? Mithranor. And
Who wasn't taking notes?
I do have my notes. I just need to look at them. But then I've remembered before. So this bow, this artifact, was a bow in the ruins of Mithranor. It was said to have great power to defend the city. It was able to strike down targets from a great distance, and before the invading army was even able to know what happened. So the party went out and gathered someone to withstand blows. They found a Minotaur barbarian to help protect them, as the party was sort of a squishy group of people. And so they went to the ruins and found this bow that was guarded by eagle spirits. And upon taking possession of the bow, Guryev not only gained its benefits, but also its misfortunes. He could shoot arrows from a very long distance, but anything too close was blurry and indistinguishable. So they found out that these artifacts, while being strong and powerful and able to give them great abilities, also hindered them in some way. So with this unfortunate blindness, they took this bow to one of the major cities that the high priest said that was able to destroy the artifacts. And finding their way around this disability, they were able to make it to Baldur's Gate, where they destroyed the first artifact and got to level 2. And so since then, they've been scouring Faerun, looking for these artifacts, indiscriminately touching them to see what they do. But so far, they have destroyed the bow of Farsight. They found the Amulet of Attraction, very attractive amulet, and then they found the Buckler of Binding, which is mislabeled, but we'll get to that later. The amulet was destroyed, so that one's gone. The buckler is still in their possession.
From the Die of Luck.
And the Die of Luck, they found in a ruined city. This die they know to give them several benefits when rolled, but also there has been some misfortunes that fall upon them when they roll as well. And then they found the miniature minion of malevolence that has taken the form of a ferocious demon. And then very recently they found the Ring of Invisibility, as you can tell by the beautiful graphic I have. This ring is invisible, and it also, or it makes the wearer invisible, but it also blinds the wearer.
You have a graphic for an invisible ring.
Yes, I do. It's right. Don't you see it? Here.
No.
There you go. You can see it right there. So
I'll take your word for that.
they have 4 artifacts in their possession right now. They do not know what the buckler does, but they will find out eventually. And in their travels, the ranger seemed to want to go her own way, not wanting to take the responsibility of searching for these artifacts. They found along the way another ranger, a bounty hunter, who had a bounty on one of the party members. And then, as they were traveling in the town that the minion was in, it was on fire. A massive, I can't describe how big this huge demon was, was destroying the town, causing the flames, and the party fell as a group. Unfortunately, the ranger didn't make it, but the barbarian was able to rescue the other three. In this pain, in this struggle, getting to this point, the barbarian decided to make his own journey northeast. He felt like the pain of loss was too much for him, and so he decided to leave the party.
Don't forget about the children dying.
Oh. As a DM, I killed one child. But he was possessed by a demon, so it was okay. But the other two were safe. The teenager and the little girl were safe, and they went to a town with some extra cash to start their life there. So,
I feel like you're leaving out a lot here.
well, I want to get on with tonight.
Yeah, we have been playing for
But I
like,
want
what,
to
a
hear
year?
more about our story. You left out the tornado.
The what part?
What? The what?
Sharknado.
Tornado.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they fought a Sharknado.
There was also a guy that was supposed to be our guide, but he was an awful guide. He kept disappearing. He didn't say much. That was our
Oh yeah.
I think we called him Gary.
And I'm pretty sure
Oh.
it's.
Oh, the Kenku.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that shady
Tim.
guy.
There was
Tim, that's
Steve
who it
Ricks though,
It was-
and Yelp, the
Yeah.
town crier.
That's right.
They had some guides along the way. A Kenku that disappeared at the sign of trouble. A popular guide by the name of Steve Ricks and his magical teleporting backpack. And his apprentice, Yelp, who wrote reviews throughout the towns, making sure people knew about the events going on. The demon-possessed child. Anyway, so 3 adventurers from the town of Firthingholm, where they found the minion, set off to go across the Sea of Fallen Stars. There they met Gwyn, who is a druid seeking to help her mentor, but decided that it was a good idea to finally make the journey away. She felt like now is the time to grow up on her own. And then they made it across the sea, fighting pirates. And then they found themselves in a swamp where Mirasha was wrestling a gator. And then they found Boro, who was gathering some ingredients, some herbs. And then they went into goblin caves, found, quote-unquote, found the ring of invisibility. And then now they're headed south to Starmantle, where they believe to be the Thunder Wand of Polarities. They have found that this town was huge on astrology, astronomy, all that kind of fun star stuff. And this wand seems to have some extraterrestrial origins. And to wrap up this huge recap, it's been raining for a long time. It's been raining for like a week, and the locals find it weird that it's been raining for so long.
Now you tell us.
I don't know.
Thought it was just like, it's fall. It's
Well, if you were here last time, you would have heard that some of the tavern people were like, yeah, it's weird that it's raining for so long, but oh well.
interacted with the blacksmith.
Yes. But yeah, they are now just leaving Westgate. They headed southwest along the road, and they will loop around following the trail to Starmantle. So
Yay!
Yay.
let's get
It's
you
time
on the
for-
road again.
Oregon Trail.
Oh yeah, I want something from our nice innkeeper lady. She seems to really like us since we overpaid her by so much.
Who?
There were like 500
Oh, the
bullets.
innkeeper.
I'm gonna shoot like 25 buffalo and like 50 squirrels, and gonna leave 4,000 pounds of meat rotting because I can't carry it in the wagon.
We don't have a wagon. We don't
Oh,
have
yeah, I
any
guess-
animals anymore.
I guess we should talk about short recap of animals.
Oh god, and modes of transportation that you know like Zombieland when they have they number the cars. That's basically
We
where
should do that for the boats.
yeah, the boats
the
and the
boats.
wagons.
While in
Yeah.
I think we've
Shadowdale-
only had 2 wagons.
While in Shadowdale, they Khalas bought a donkey from a very nice young boy.
Who had no idea what he was doing.
He was very excited when you offered a lot of money. His name was Joffrey, but as soon as they left Shadowdale, they came across a bunch of people gathered around a cart and some horses. They defeated the people and took the cart, which makes you guys sound like bandits, but you were
Well, no,
actually...
they were bandits.
Yeah, they were the bandits. So you gained, it was 3 horses, right?
With 3 horses.
Yeah.
Pancake,
root beer.
root beer, and Shadow.
Yeah. So they went to Baldur's Gate, sold 2 of the horses and the cart, took a boat down the coast, and then you guys got another like tiny dinghy.
And that's when we had the Sharknado. And then there was we
There was
took
the
a
dinghy
small
across
boat
the Sea of Steam or something.
to the well, there was a small boat that we took across to
Yep.
the town where we made lots of money at the festival. And then we took a big boat across the steam place.
The Lake of Steam.
And we bought their dinghy so that we could go to Yep.
And then you guys. When did you get the cart? Oh, you went to Skald.
Yeah, we
and then
got
we
the car
got
from
across the
Skull.
desert. And then you went to the two ruined towns. You found a cart in one of them and poorly made one. Poorly repaired it.
Had a very hard time crossing rivers.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's a bridge that was out.
So what's our mode of transportation this time?
We're walking.
You're
Yeah.
walking.
Oh,
Apparently.
You have a pangolin. The horse ran away in the swamp. The tiger
Yeah.
got attacked, and the donkey
Donkey died.
Alligator food.
Yes.
So now they are with one animal out of so many. I'm
and
sure
more
that
familiar.
your menagerie will grow as soon as you find more.
But pancake.
So you're hoofing it through on the trail.
We're not hoofing it. We don't have any hooves.
Lack of hoofing it. Headed to Redansir, down the road, and it's still heavy rain, just pouring non-stop. Dark clouds above. You're making your way downtown. Continue.
Walking fast.
Yeah. have your walking song going. Let's change. Let's have a walking song. As only 5 out of 6 people can hear this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I can hear it.
Rain. Oh, there it is.
Turn it way up.
Turn it up, up, up.
Alright.
Fire!
You got your trekking music going on. And, you're starting to feel a bit under the weather, so to speak. You haven't seen the sun in a very long time. You're starting to get that vitamin D deficiency that so many Seattle people often get. And it takes you quite a bit of time because the roads are now slick, but they have been paved in such a way to have the rainwater and any ice and snow go off to the side. So there's a little hump in the middle of the road that leads to the side, so the rainwater is sliding on there, but it's starting to create some mud and tiny streams that cut through the dirt along the side of the road. As you make your way down this road, you see very few people. There's maybe 2 or 3 traveling people, and as you might approach them to have some sort of conversation, ask about something, they very quickly continue moving on. It looks like they just want to get to their destination out of this rain.
Rude.
But you after most of a day, you can tell with the darkening skies that the sun, even though you can't see it, is going down. The air around you is growing dimmer. Those without dark vision is getting harder for you to see.
Is there are we passing a tree line that could possibly give us like a drier area to camp out?
You do see some trees, some patches of trees along the road, although they would prevent further rain from dropping on you. Underneath, it's very muddy, and the grass seems to be flooded slightly with the rainwater.
Is there like a tree line further away from the road that might have better options?
Yeah. You can... You push on a little further, and it's starting to get a little bit darker, harder for some people to see, but you do manage to find some tree line, some group of trees that, while not completely dry ground, does provide some form of places you can set up camp if you like lay down a tarp, so you have the D&D equivalent of a tarp, whatever that is. I think somebody bought a tent.
We have 2 tents.
I bought a bedroll, which does not help.
Khalas has a tent, and then we have like a open side tent that Gwyn bought, I think.
I lost my tent a while ago. Back when we were in the desert, and then Taco Spell ran away.
No, you bought a
No,
new
you had
one.
a
Did I buy a new one?
You had a tent since I joined you because you used it to
We
camp
used it
out in the
outside
field.
the swamp.
Excellent. I should add that back to my inventory then.
This is why you keep notes.
I'll just draw pictures, man.
If you draw the picture, then you can add it to your inventory.
I keep notes and then I lose them.
But I
Like,
think
I got a robe of snugginess.
I was gonna say, do we want to camp here? I don't think we're gonna find a drier place than this, and it's getting darker.
yeah, I'm having a hard time seeing, so maybe we should stop for the night.
I will attempt to start a campfire in the best way I can in the conditions that we're in, see if I'm lucky.
But I have...
If you ask a party member, I'm sure that they have something that could help.
I have a tinder. I have like maybe a torch, a couple torches I can use to scorch them in a tinder box. I just don't know how lit it will stay under these wet conditions.
I have
You have a
prestidigitation.
Oh,
Yeah.
that might help.
Mhm.
A
I
little
have a
bit.
spell that is useful, especially in these situations.
Oh, you have that again?
Well, I could just take it away, and we can ignore the fact that I do have it.
No. I just think it's
Do
funny.
you want to cast it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mirasha, as you are working on trying to light the campfire, trying to set things up, Gwyn just waves her arms around a little bit, and some spirits show up and start doing
shit.
exactly that.
Cute little wisps.
They start setting up the campsite with fire with circle of stones. They put up the tents and get everything ready for dinner, just without you guys having to lift a finger.
Art.
This is fancy. I don't recall. Do we have bacon? Aside from
Yes.
maybe
You
rations.
have bacon.
Delta
I don't remember if
Delta.
you guys bought more bacon or you just have
Oh,
like
yes.
the rotting stuff that from the
We-
previous trip.
Delta
We
bought
bought
me
more
bacon.
bacon.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
it's kind of in
So I-
like it's kind of in stasis.
But point
Yeah,
being, I
she
won't
bought-
have to try to go kill an animal right now.
She
No.
bought a ridiculous amount.
Yep.
Great.
Like 5 pounds a piece or something like that. I don't remember.
I will not.
I mean,
worry
I don't
about
know
you
if that
then.
will last, but we'll see.
Maybe you'll survive on a night.
Maybe.
So, the spirits pitch the tents and set everything up, and get the fire going, get some food spiked over the fire to start cooking. They do
No,
not. They do
bake
not, however, know
skillet.
about the magic skillet that the players have.
We have a tent, correct?
Two
Yeah.
So
tents.
it probably just
Yeah.
how big is said tent? Is this like a Harry Potter tent?
Oh,
So one of the tents is big enough for everybody except for who's on watch to sleep in it. The other one is the open side tent
For the person who's on
for
watch.
the person on watch.
I was saying we could
we-
like put the magical
The bacon fryer.
like in there. It's just like a
Yeah.
That won't
warmer.
get
And we can
smoky real
put it-
quick.
Well, and they don't put anything
No,
on it.
there's no fire.
So,
It just gets really hot.
for viewers at home, the party has a magical cast iron skillet that heats up hot enough to cook meat. That is all it does.
And a metal stand so that it doesn't burn things.
I don't exactly know like how do you turn it on and off, or is it just permanently hot?
It just goes when I want it to. I don't...
Delta has
'Cause-
a magic command word to turn it on and off.
Okay.
because magic.
Her burning through her bag. Can I smell smoke?
Perfect.
It just
So-
eternally gets hotter and hotter until it melts into the world.
Preparing a bomb!
So,
Alright.
Anyway, we could put that under the tent without the sides.
Oh, that's right. We bought like a, what's it called? Not an awning. Dang it, what are those called?
A gazebo?
Yeah, it's kind of like a portable gazebo.
Okay. Sure.
Cool. So we don't have to set up camp then? The spirits are doing all that?
Yep, because
Yeah.
magic. I suppose they should add the magical cast iron skillet to the list of handouts that everyone can see. Also, I added the bag of holding so that everyone can edit it and see what's inside. You don't have to
I don't
ask every
think I
time.
can edit it.
You should be able to.
You have to click edit. I see.
Wait, so they can see it
Yeah.
from my notes?
Now
Yeah, I
can see.
copied your notes and made a handout.
Cool.
think
Should I
I'll
just
have to with
should I
mine.
just clear my notes then, or should I just keep it?
Yeah, keep it just in
Whatever you
case. Doesn't hurt.
So if I'll have to edit the bag of holding stuff then instead of the notes.
Everyone can edit the bag of holding contents handout. Only you can
Okay.
edit your notes.
Okay. I'll clear my notes then.
If the spirit sprite things have the camp all ready or getting the camp set up, I really have nothing to do. I might explore the area nearby for anything interesting. Just anything out of the ordinary because Mirasha is bored.
Okay, you can make a perception.
Oh, I've been rolling terribly like the last few sessions. We'll see how this goes. Okay, that's not bad.
So you've made it about halfway to the next town from Westgate. It's quite a far distance for a day's travel. You can't see much on either side towards Redencier or Westgate, but you do notice the mountains to the south, and then the horizon to the north, where the water of the Dragonmere is. Nothing too interesting in regards to stuff happening. You would guess that animals are trying to keep out of the rain. Since it's getting dark, they want to continue being safe in their homes. And there is some flooding that's starting to happen in puddles throughout the fields.
Yeesh, does it look like any of this flooding can reach back to our campsite?
No, you picked a pretty good spot. It's up slightly on a very slight hill, so to keep the rain out. And the trees above provide a decent enough cover to relatively keep your camps dry-ish.
Okay. Well, if nothing seems cool or interesting, I might make my way back to camp. Just keep an eye open.
We're in a tree line, right? Like we're in trees, or we're just near.
You're under trees.
Okay.
There's a group of trees that you found a nice spot.
Then Guryev's gonna, I guess, either when it's his turn to do watch or before, he's just gonna climb up into one of the trees and just lay on the branch and just kind of stare at the sky.
I'm assuming we played the the wisps lit a fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See with the fire stick.
So, since I can see now, Delta would like to read for a little bit. One of the books that I bought from that nice bookseller lady whose name I wrote down but cannot find at the moment.
Wanda.
Wanda, yes, that's right.
Wander the Wizard.
I wrote it down in my
I did
notes.
too, but I can't find the note. I just have sticky notes.
I have a composition book.
I thought it was amusing because she has magically stuff and her name is Wanda.
The two are not correlated.
Are you sure?
Totally, honestly, no intention on alliteration or magical
I thought it was
name.
fun.
I will insight check that.
You know the game is lying. You all have notes in Roll20 if you wanted to keep something in there. That's provided for you, but you obviously don't have to use it.
Yarp.
Notes. Edit.
So, Mirasha is off wandering around looking for something to entertain her. Delta is studying one of the water elemental books that she recently purchased. Guryev is just hanging out in a tree. What would everyone else like to be doing?
I mean, I suppose I could just peer around, see if I know anything out of the ordinary.
It appears that everyone's just chilling. You don't see anything in the immediate vicinity.
Okay.
I get in the tent out of the rain so I can start to dry off before I go to sleep and eat.
Oh yeah, you can press to digitize your clothing once it's off of you to dry it.
But I do not feel like stripping in front of everyone, so I'm going to just dry off the old-fashioned way.
It's not so bad. I'm not there.
Khalas.
Don't you have a change of clothes?
Do we have a map of where we're going? Do we still have that hand-drawn map that we got at Baldur's Gate?
Yeah,
You've got an official map at Baldur's Gate that shows
An official map, okay.
Shows the area of favor.
I want to look at the map and just see if there's like a quicker way to Star Mantle if we're still headed in the right direction. Pull up my compass and just kind of plan navigation.
So, while in Westgate, the party made an attempt to go there by sea, but was met with a lot of negativity as the portmaster did not allow any ships to sail to Starmantle because of the dangers that were there. So that was out of the question. Then there was this road, which was paved and safe. A lot of people recommended it. Or you could have cut across several rivers to make it to Starmantle, which seemingly would be the fastest, but possibly not the safest.
Or
Okay.
we could have bought another boat.
Yeah, I'm amazed we didn't just buy another ship.
I thought about it.
I'm mostly wanting to look at like the if the map, if this official map is just like, oh, it's just places, or if it also includes like mountains, forests, those kind of things, those kind of areas that we might come across headed to Starmantle.
It does include a lot of natural landmarks, forests and mountains. It includes the rivers and not streams, but rivers, deserts, major roads, and minor trails that have been forged across the land. A lot of cities, small towns, forts.
With the amount of rain, and if like areas are already kind of starting to flood a little bit, I'm just going to note the areas that are by rivers along this path that we're taking, and just be prepared to make alternate routes to higher ground in case like it floods and we can't take this path.
Very smart, thinking ahead.
Thank you. That's all she's doing. She's just thinking ahead. She's like, okay, so there's a river here, and if it floods, then this would be the best path. She's just like mumbling to herself.
You'd gain inspiration if you didn't already have it.
I already had it. Yay. I should waste it.
Waste it so you can gain it again. So, with everyone doing their activities, who would like to take the first watch?
I'm not doing anything. I'll take the first watch.
Did Mirasha come back?
Yeah, you had
Okay.
made your way back.
Right.
I'll take the second. Guryev would take the second. But he's not gonna go to sleep between the first and the second. He'll go to sleep after his watch is over.
Because half-elf.
Yep.
If that's the awesome thing about being a half elf.
Must be nice.
Mirasha can take the third watch.
Alright. So, the four of you get settled into the tent, respective tents, if you'd like. Gwyn, are you standing at the edge of a tent, or are you a little bit further out?
I'm assuming that the skillet is still under the second tent. So I'm just going to kind of sit in the middle next to that and peer outwards for anything.
Alright. Why don't you make a perception roll? You're good. So, as everyone settles into the tents for the night, you stay out watching the rain fall. You peer out along the horizon with your amazing dark vision, and you don't see anything hostile. Occasionally, you will see a quadrupedal figure, most likely a deer, make its way in the shadows at the edge of your vision, but nothing approaches you. And then you can wake Guryev, or not wake, but inform Guryev that your shift is over.
Your turn. I'm gonna go lay down.
Okay. It was like legs towards the trunk, kind of wiggly, and now he'll turn and put his back to the trunk. So like watch out instead of up.
Alright. Roll perception.
Perception. Ooh, buddy. That is going to be a... It's on 9.
So you watch as Gwyn retreats into the tent, and you reposition yourself to view out, watch the oncoming rain. It's so boring. It's just the same thing that you've seen for a week. Just rain constantly, dark skies. And although with your racial heritage you don't need to sleep for that long, you still feel a little bit of weariness as you've been traveling for some time, trudging in the rain down the road. And your weariness doesn't allow you to see anything that's been going on outside of camp.
Okay. When I start to feel tired, I'll like I'm gonna fall asleep, I'll jump down and get Mirasha.
Wait, hang on. Let me put my clothes back on, because Mirasha's, if her clothes are wet, she's always just gonna sleep naked. Just FYI, just expect that. So I'm gonna throw my stuff back on her head. Okay, I'll take over. Thanks.
Yeah. No problem.
Okay. I'm probably gonna hang out underneath the gazebo thing to try to keep dry and be on the lookout. If I hear anything that isn't in my line of sight, assuming the other tent is probably blocking my vision, I want to keep an eye out for that, or an ear open for that.
So make a perception. So, with the weariness of waking up in the middle of the night, trying to get your full sleep, you begrudgingly get up. Unfortunately, have to put your clothes on. I know, but you head out into watch. And do you lean against the tree? Do you lean against your sword, keeping an eye out? Do you stand, sit?
I'll stand. I'll kind of pace around underneath cover just to keep myself awake and moving.
Alright, so you're watching out. It's getting hard to keep going. This rain really has you down, but you know that once you get to this place, you can try and make your way to a much drier area. And as you are just peering out past the campsite at the edge of your vision, you see a small group of fat animals creep up and slowly start making a little bit of rustling noise and squishing as they make their way closer to the camp through the mud.
I would like to ready my crossbow with the bolts pulled back and ready to fire.
All right.
The fire's still going?
Nobody
Is
has put
it?
it out.
I don't think so. I guess it's just been going. I will make my way. What direction is this coming from?
It's coming from not towards the road, but like between the road and the tree line. So it's off to the side.
Okay. Is it? I guess where is it in relationship to me and the tent with all my companions sleeping?
So it's closer to the smaller tent.
My tent, the tent I'm kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I'm going to fire a warding shot in the direction. I don't know if I'm actually going to hit anything, but I'm just going to take just a warning shot at whatever's over there.
Okay. Make an animal handling real quick before you do so.
Animal handling.
So, you ready your crossbow, get a bolt ready, and aim it. And just as you're about to pull the trigger, you notice that it is a small group of 4 or 5 boar that are sniffing in the grass at the edge of your campsite. They appear to be searching for something, sniffing something out. You still make your shot?
I'll hold my shot right now. We're not cooking anything. I'm assuming the fire's going, but we don't have any food out and about that they could be smelling.
I wouldn't say that any food has been left out.
Okay.
But the fire is still going.
Alright. I'm just gonna watch what they do. If it looks like I'm just gonna watch what they do, see if it's anything I need to worry about. Maybe they'll just kind of walk by. I'm not sure what they're looking for, but I'm curious.
So the boar, you can see it's now about 5 of them as they enter the camp light. And it looks as if they're sniffing around, looking for something. They don't seem to be too shy of you. They're about 2 to 3 feet tall. There's a couple fatter ones and a few smaller ones, but they seem to be approaching you. They get close to the tent where you know that the food is being kept, and they start sniffing and trying to get.
Hey! And I just kind of try to shoo them away. I'll take some rations I have on my persons and just kind of throw it away from the tent.
As you do so, the boar snort and squeal and run after the rations that you threw.
They'd make great bacon.
Do you do anything else?
I'm gonna shoot the fattest one.
Okay. Make a roll.
Okay, I gotta hold on. Go to a different tab. Oh, I hope this goes out well. I don't wanna. Okay. Oh no.
So you take a shot in the direction of what you see to be the largest one, the most succulent for bacon, and it with the rainwater reflecting off its hide, it's sort of makes you misjudge the distance, and it lands just short of the boar. And as you do so, the group of boar tear off in the opposite direction, squealing, trying to get away from the danger now that they were not afraid of before, but now there's a clear threat to them.
Do I have enough time to like load another bolt real quick and try to take another shot? Because my range is 80 feet before I hit disadvantage on my shot.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'll just go for the closest, because they're all running, I'm just going for the closest one to me right now.
It's not the fattest one, but it's still one of the larger ones. And that is a hit. You strike it, and it's behind, and it lets out a loud squeal. But it continues to run but not as fast as before. It's very injured.
I'm gonna go after it.
Okay.
I'm pulling out my sword and I'm going after it. They'll be fine. Nothing's happened all night. They'll be fine. The group's fine.
As you run away, a much larger wereboar shows up.
Oh shit!
No, So you chase after this injured boar, and you manage to catch up to it. Make another strike at it.
This will be a two-handed strike with my longsword.
Oh, that definitely hits. So you catch up to the boar that's been pierced by your bolt, and you slash at it, doing your best to try and render it without use of its legs anymore. But you just cleanly slice through it with your enhanced sword, and it falls to the ground, snout first, and buries its face in the mud, and it is no longer moving.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna pick it up and drag it back, and bring it back to camp, and maybe I'll spend the rest of my watch trying to skin it and get meat chunks off of it or something. Getting breakfast ready.
All right. And so you drag this boar back. It feels to be between 30 and 40 pounds. But you make your way, and you start slicing it out, cleaning it, gutting it, getting it ready for salting if you guys wanted to bake it, make bacon out of it, or if you wanted to cook it right away next morning.
I'll probably wait till morning. I have to ask my companions if they have any spices or anything.
And then
They'd be so impressed.
you start preparing this boar's meat, and you continue to do so until you can't tell that the sun is rising, but only by the fact that it's starting to get lighter out along the fields. And people start waking up from their rest.
I got breakfast.
You all emerge out of the tents to find Mirasha finishing up slicing up this animal that seems to have been caught in the night.
Where'd that come from?
I killed it.
I see that. Are you
I
making
tried-
breakfast?
Yeah. I tried to kill the fat one, but I missed. And the rest got away. But I killed one. There are like 5 of them here.
And I didn't hear a thing. Good thing we had you on watch.
Yeah, good thing. Anyways, but no, we can eat this, and then you can save the other bacon for later.
Okay.
But no, do you have salt or spices or something?
I don't, but let's ask Delta since she does love baking so much. Maybe she has some salt on her.
I have like some herbs.
Oh, that might work.
Salt and pepper
Ooh, that
on
does-
the robes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Khalas pulls out the Snuggiest robe, and she removes the salt and pepper patch.
The robe of Snuggiest was a item that was purchased the previous day, and Khalas enthusiastically handed it out among the members of the party. It has a lot of useless items, but of course they're useful in this situation.
Cool. That's actually good. Oh, I pull my Snuggie out of my bag, and I'll pull one of the beer mug patches off of it, and I'll have that with breakfast.
So many beer patches.
I will trade beer mug patches with you guys if you want something else off my Snuggie.
We don't need to take anything alcohol related off of the Snuggie things because I literally have casks of ale
I forgot.
and wine in the bag of holding.
We just remove the patches, and then we have mugs.
Okay.
So as soon as you
I
open
thought
the cask,
I thought they were full.
They are
They
full,
are.
but I assume they're not refillable.
they are not. But then we have a mug, a beer mug. A clean cup, if you will.
But yeah, pork, more protein and alcohol for breakfast, just like how Daddy used to make.
So do
I'm
you
kidding.
remove the patch, or do you grab something out of the bag of holding?
I will pull the patch off so I
Okay.
have a container to drink my alcohol in, but I will get refills from the back of holding.
So you drink this beer. It's not the best, but it also isn't like piss water. It's
That's
good
light.
enough to be beer. But you feel like you don't have to make any kind of save, or it's okay. It's like
That's a shame.
get you a slight buzz, but not enough to get you drunk.
Mm-hmm. It's alright. I mean, I guess it's what you expect out of a sticker beer. But, anyways.
She's going to start praying and preparing her spells, praying to her god, praying for a good day.
Yada yada, cleric stuff.
Yada yada yada, spread my religion.
Something I never really
Does anyone
did.
want to pray with me?
No.
I'm okay.
But
Have you heard about Tyr and his
I'm
wonderful
a-
message of justice?
I would like to spend an hour of our morning weapon bonding my longsword. It's a 1-hour ritual to create a magical bond between me and my weapon.
Nice.
Take it out on a nice date.
Yeah. Get her the good pork and alcohol. It's a trait my class has that I haven't actually said that I officially have done. So. But that will be handy in case I am disarmed.
Yeah, I guess I'll take the same opportunity to get cozy with my staff. my walking pal. And just kind of when Khalas is like praying for all these nice things from her deity, I'm just gonna give her like some like you're crazy side eye. Just like sure, okay.
And I'm gonna roll perception to see if I catch that. What's your passive?
My passive what? Perception?
Your passive, perception. What do I need to beat?
I don't. 14. Yeah. Like you're like
Do I catch
make
this
sure we
thing?
don't get. Like, you're saying like make sure we don't get wet for like too wet from all the rain, and I'm just like, like, sure, whatever.
I see I catch the eye roll, and I like, Guryev, I've noticed that you don't pray to your god. Perhaps you would be interested in switching. I understand that your god is quite terrifying, and let's be honest, a little bit evil, a little bit crazy. Maybe I could help you find a better god.
I think you have her slightly. What's the word? Misunderstood.
Oh, I was gonna say crazy.
She is not necessarily the crazy one. You just have interesting run-ins with the other people that follow her.
Well, the best character you can see of a god is of their followers, so of course I'm going to pass judgment based off of how her followers behave.
Okay, so what does that say about me then?
Well, that's why I'm saying you should maybe switch to a new god.
Oh, are you saying that I am too good for her? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, I am. I think you're a decent fellow, and I think you deserve better.
Well, at least one of us can keep our commitments.
I Mirasha feels like a third wheel. She has no clue, like, the reading.
You don't know that, like, you weren't there when she, like, swapped, being like, I'm gonna follow this other person instead.
No, I've been with you guys since the swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boro just started tuning out as soon as there was God talk.
It's like one of those things where it's like you're unsure whether or not it's like friendly banter or they're actually being serious, and you're just like, just gonna wait this one
Khalas
out.
is being.
I'm just
Khalas,
I'm just taking a big bite of pork and just chewing, watching this. It's like a soap.
Khalas is being like very semi-passive aggressive about like Guryev not like she's never seen him worship his god.
I
How
don't
can you
worship.
call yourself?
I don't worship a god, and I don't think you're as upset with me.
That is fine.
He
It's fine.
actually has one.
He actually has a god, and he claims to be a cleric, but I never see him do clericy things. Except for deal with dead. I guess that's like the one thing that you could say is, oh, he's definitely a cleric.
See,
Not that I'm one.
You
Not that I'm one for gods, but you have to pray every day in order to be a worshiper.
Well, I mean, I was trained that you have to pray every day to gain your power, to be able to use your ability, your magic. Because
I never get to use my power.
my power is given from my god.
Think of.
He was trained
I
differently.
think you have a different interpretation of what it means to be a cleric for the Raven Queen. It's you are a champion of life. I am a defender of death. I make sure that the things that she has claimed for herself stay dead. It benefits us both. She keeps their soul and I keep their goods.
I still think you're too good for her.
Yes, well,
But we can agree to disagree.
I don't think there's anything that we actually disagree about, but
All right, you win. She really cares. Have it your way. What's for breakfast?
Pork. I
Oh,
killed it last night.
We've been eating a lot of pork.
Yeah, it probably
Oh.
is good for us. We should probably buy some vegetables.
I'll get out the skillet. Well, I mean, if she wants,
I
we
had
can have
some
the ghost.
carrots before.
Hey, I'll go up. I'll say to Gwyn that I've seen your fancy trick before. Another person used it. I believe you can have them go out and forage for green stuff and vegetables.
Yes. Are you wanting me to do that?
I'm not saying that you have to do it or that I want you to do it. I'm just saying it's always an option if people are seeing more diversity in their diet.
Are you seeking more diversity in your diet?
I am fine either way.
Well, but for now. But what's like? I guess are we heading like to more of a mount? Is Starmantle in like a mountainous region or?
No, it's along a forest
It's
and the coast.
Okay.
it's north of Guthamir Forest.
Like, well, we'll probably be able to find more variety down the road.
Well, plus we're gonna pass Redansir before we get to Starmantle. Perhaps we can pick up some produce or something besides pork.
Yeah.
It's
I
true.
would like
Leave
some
somewhere.
carrots.
Sleep somewhere dry and out of the rain. But anyway, we should probably, I mean, if we finish up with breakfast and get going, we can probably get there before the end of the day today.
Sounds good.
Cool.
So do you send your spirits to gather the...
They don't gather. They
Well,
only locate.
I mean, to
But
break down
no.
camp.
Oh. I asked the party if they'd like me to.
Yeah, I
Hey,
don't think
party.
it's necessary.
No, it's not. We can.
Okay. Then I hold off and I help break down camp.
Alright. It takes you a little bit of time You're not quite used to breaking down your own camp. You usually just flick your wrist and send your spirit to do it, but after not too long, you manage to get everything packed up into bags again, and start heading further to Redenseer. And along the way, again, everyone seems to be keeping out of the rain. There are not a lot of travelers along here. And it takes you most of a day to make it the rest of the way to the town. It's about late afternoon, early evening when you arrive in town, and you do notice that there is some decorations that have been set up in town. This town has banners and special signs and several sad-looking vegetables that have been left out in the rain for a long time. It appears that this town is expecting a harvest festival with all the colors that you see. But it's smaller than Westgate, and you don't see anyone in the streets. You do notice that there are lights on in the houses and shops, but nobody in the street to greet you. Just a lot more rain. A few puddles have been forming in the streets.
We should find a shelter. Maybe check in at an inn. Or what time of day is it? Maybe we don't have to.
It's late afternoon, early evening.
Okay, maybe we do. I'd rather sleep in a warm bed than camp out again.
It sounds fine.
It is a little weird that there's no people in the streets.
It wouldn't be the first time that we've had this occurrence.
True, but every time we've had that experience, there was something very wrong.
I mean, at least it looks like there are people here.
True.
A lot of people were avoiding the weather in Westgate too, so. But I'm gonna go look for an inn.
So you look around this town. It's about medium-sized. You make your way through the streets. You manage to find an inn with lights on in it, and you make your way inside. The inn is called the Dancing Fawn. It has a picture of a goat-legged individual playing a lyre. And you enter and immediately feel the warmth of the fire. And as you enter, this is a hybrid tavern inn area, and there looks to be a rather bored-looking a dwarf behind a counter of the tavern, and off to the side there looks to be a halfling that's very slowly, lethargically moving a broom, as if trying to look like he's sweeping, but not really doing much. As you enter, the six of you, the dwarf hears his door open, looks up, and looks very happy to see you. And he says, "Oh, welcome! Welcome! Welcome to the Dancing Fawn! Come in, come in!"
Don't mind if I do. Do you have any rooms available tonight?
Ah, yes! We have plenty of rooms for all of everyone.
Uh,
Sorry, Devansir, get the rooms ready! We have some customers! And the halfling kind of drops his sad-looking broom to the ground, not bothering to put it in a certain location, and he runs up the steps to get ready for everyone. He says, "Come in, come in! Would you like something to eat, drink?"
I'll take a hot
That would
pot
be
of stew
great.
and some ale if you've had it.
Yes, we have some ale ready. It'll take a little bit of time to heat up the stew, but yes, we can give that to you.
Oh, that'd be very nice.
I would also love some stew.
Alright, that's two orders of stew. What can I get for the rest of you?
You got any pie?
I can get some pie ready. Do you like cold or warm pie?
Yeah, I could take it either way. You got cherry?
I'll see what we have, but yes, I can serve you well.
All right.
Oh, I don't have a lot of money.
We have a ton of money. What are you talking about?
I myself on my person does not have a lot of money. Oh, I don't have a lot of gold. I have a crap ton of silver. Maybe I can get that changed that way.
That's why I went to the bank before we left.
I'm gonna. Well, how many rooms do you think that we want?
I have enough for all 6 of you.
Individual rooms.
Yes.
How much would that cost?
Let's see. For the total of all y'all, I'd say 25 gold.
Ooh.
Right. Seems quite
How
steep.
fancy are these rooms?
Oh, they're the best. We can prepare them just for y'all. Get you ready. Get y'all
You
comfy
say have-
for a dry, warm night.
Does it
Any
come
other
with
inns
a
that
hot
are not as
bath?
expensive?
Are there a lot of people that are in here?
You
Like-
just happen to be my lucky customers. I don't have many others staying tonight, but
You didn't look like you were working very hard. Do you have other customers
oh yes, of course,
right now?
yes. They're just not in the tavern area right now. They're in their rooms, getting ready
wanna
for
do-
the evening.
I want to do
Why
an
does
inside. I wanna do an
everybody
inside
seem
check.
to be inside?
It's a 12.
Anyone else want to make an insight?
I do.
Yes.
Where's mine?
And
I don't care.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna make
I'm,
an insight.
I can literally feel you struggling to keep a straight face.
So
I'm gonna say, you know, it looks like you guys are having a festival. It's oddly quiet in here for a supposed festival happening.
So as you are all discussing room prices and whatnot, he's getting the ales ready. 6 ales. I don't think you all asked for it, but he's eager to hand them out to you.
Okay, if you guys don't want yours,
and
I'll take.
he hops down behind the counter and brings them to you, 3 in each hand. And you can see this dwarf is about 4.5 feet tall, just absolutely covered in furs. He looks plump, but you aren't sure if it's him or if it's the hides that he's wearing. Gwyn, Khalas, and Delta, you notice that this guy is he's got bags under his eyes. His smile seems forced. You can see the crow's ears are really getting defined on him. Or not crow's ears, crow's feet. Are getting defined on his eyes. And he looks like he's eager to serve you with whatever beck and call need you have. Oh yes, we're actually having the Harvest Festival right now. I mean, of course there's not a lot of people because of the rain, but that's sure to change as soon as the rain clears up.
Why is it so expensive here?
Oh, this is just a trade town. We get a lot of adventurers coming through, and we have them. It's just the price. It's a good money maker. This town doesn't really rely on farming or mining, but we do get the adventurers to come in and have a good time and spend their well-earned money.
So, why are you having a harvest festival?
Why? Because it's that
You
time
don't
of
have
year.
farming. Or it's like a tourist attraction.
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
we don't personally harvest anything, but the traders come in and bring their goods and their produce, and the adventurers come in too and spend their money, and
Oh, well, that does make sense.
yeah. But
Does
just waiting for the rain
room
to end.
price? Does the room price include dinner and a hot bath?
It does include the room, yes.
That's not what
much
she
would a hot
asked.
Not an answer.
How much would a hot bath cost?
Oh, for a hot water service, that'll be another gold.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think we should find another place. This is
That was
just becoming too
that was
much.
just thinking the same thing.
Wait, I'm gonna.
Wait, no, I can haggle. How about 50 silver
For the rooms or the
for
bath?
the bath?
Good to get
Yeah,
that
I'm more
clarification.
concerned with the rooms right now.
Do you have bacon?
We have bacon.
We don't need bacon.
Shh. And vegetables. Can we have some salad?
Well, we only have a few traders come in with their produce, but I can
the
find
harvest
something.
festival.
Well,
Surely you have salad.
yes, salad. We have that.
Okay.
Delta, you kind of see him side-eye a little bit, kind of look a bit worried about when you mention produce.
Do I kind of get the feeling that he is has not had any customers in a while?
You can tell that he is extra eager for your patronage.
I'm just gonna turn to the group like, should we try and find a place that's not so expensive in rooms?
I think it's all right. I will pay him for the rooms and do you have enough hot water that we can all have a bath at some point?
Yes, we have
Okay.
water and we have fire. We can heat it up.
Okay. We will all have a room and we will all have a hot bath. And I would like a salad.
Coming right up.
I think that we would be okay with. I think that we will humor you a little bit. We will do 25 for all of the rooms and hot water for all of the rooms.
Make a persuasion.
18.
Yes, that sounds like a excellent deal. I'm glad to be of service to you. He passes the ales around to the 6 of you.
Said there was like a
I'm gonna
halfling.
need before I finish this one. I'm gonna say I'm gonna need another one.
He says, yes, right away. And he goes back behind the counter and starts filling another ale for you. The halfling that went upstairs. Did I say a name for him?
No.
No, it was just a halfling sweeping.
Okay. Yes, I mean, there is that. That is what I said. Did you have a question about that?
Yes, is he like still in the room, or did he like leave when we showed up?
When the dwarf told him to go prepare the rooms, he scurried upstairs.
Okay.
And whoever is drinking the ale, make a con save.
Only
whoa.
having one.
I'm sure whoever's not drinking any ale, Mirasha will take their...
Yeah. Yes, I will.
You can take mine.
Khalas just passes her ale up to Mirasha.
Gwyn does too.
So just Delta and Mirasha are drinking?
I'm having one.
Oh, come on. Have a little fun.
Well, one is plenty good for you because it hits you fast. You aren't a normal drinker, and you are, though your body is mostly water, it doesn't seem to water down the alcohol going into your system. Mirasha, you down the first one as the other party members shove their mugs in your direction, but you don't feel it much at first. The buzz that you got in the morning was gone by the time you got
Feels
in.
like nothing at all.
You are much more experienced than Delta.
You will learn, Blue One. You will someday hold your liquor.
Just grin at her.
The halfling comes scurrying down the steps, doing his best to go two at a time, and the dwarf says, Delvino, let's two stews warm up, and find some pie while you're back there, and a salad. Yeah, salad. And the halfling doesn't even stop. He just, as soon as he hits the ground floor, he scurries behind the counter and into the kitchen in the back.
While I'm drinking, I would like to carve in the Band of Blades sigil into the table with my knife.
Alright. The dwarf brings the other ale that you requested over, and he sees that you're damaging his table, and he just grins wider, and his eyes widen up as well, and he just, thank you for your patronage. Glad to have you around.
I'll give him a gold coin when he gives me the ale and says thank you.
Ah, yes. To cover the one ale. Great. Thank you.
The one? Are you fucking kidding me?
And he gave us 6 when I was the only one that asked for it.
I'm telling you guys, we're getting ripped off here.
I don't feel bad about writing on his table.
Cut the guy a break.
He backs away into the kitchen. And,
Oh, we're gonna get spit in our food.
anyone speak Dwarven?
Hang on. No, I don't think I do.
No.
Probably not.
Yes.
Of course.
Make a perception.
Oh.
So you can, as soon as he disappears into the back, you can hear some of what he starts mumbling about in Dwarven, loud enough for anyone out here to hear and understand the language, but you just hear sort of a Delverno and cutting table, better pay up big. Are those stores ready? Get the hot water boiling. We got guests to serve. Finally, it's been ages. Get this harvest festival going.
Do you think anyone told the innkeeper that the town probably canceled the festival over the bad weather?
Probably not. Or actually, probably knows.
I
Yeah,
you
that's
think we
about
should
it.
let him know? Because he's acting like it's still going on.
I'm thinking he probably knows.
I don't know.
Maybe he's in denial.
Maybe.
Probably. Seems like he hasn't had any customers in a while.
Yeah, it seems like we're paying for several months of rent.
Not like we don't have the money.
That doesn't mean we should be overpaying for something.
Yes.
I'm not very worldly, but I seem to agree.
With.
The fact that we shouldn't be overpaying.
Hmm.
But I mean, I guess we've already somewhat committed.
I mean, he is.
Ah,
already getting
not
rooms
really.
ready. I mean, yeah, that's true. We could always be dicks and just leave, even though they're getting rooms and hot water ready. I mean, all I've done is drink like ale. How many have I had? I know everyone's handed their pints towards me, but how many have I consumed at this point?
Well, you got a total of 7 because you asked for another after you got the first one. And Delta has consumed 1, so you have drunk 6 ales.
Oh.
Make another
Oh.
con save. With
Let's see what we got.
disadvantage.
Well, it's gonna be a 2.
Those are charisma.
Oh, Charisma? Sorry, my bad. Okay.
You're starting to fill up from the ale and
Oh.
starting to get buzzed and tipsy with all the beers that you've been passed.
I literally accidentally pressed Charisma instead of Constitution. That's all that was, Ken. Oh, what do you do? Oh, was it a save? Oh, well.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna redo it.
You like the first one.
I don't care. I'm in character, I'm drunk.
Just add 3 more to it.
So as you are talking about the state of the town and the inn that you just walked in, the Dancing Fawn, the dwarf comes out with a large metal bucket on his shoulder, on the hide. You can see that the water out of it is slightly steaming, and as he's walking, there's a little bit of sloshing happening, and it's some of it sloshes and goes out of the bucket and onto the dwarf, and as it does so, he's like,
Do you need a hand carrying those buckets up to the rooms?
"No, got it. Thank you for your help. Thank you for your service.
Are you sure? I'm strong.
I'm got it." And he very slowly makes his way up the steps upstairs. And as he does so, the halfling comes out and with 2 bowls and a platter of greens. Some like reds and oranges are in the mix of greens, but this is mostly leaf vegetables. And he sets the 2 bowls of stew on the table. They're still warm, and the salad is sort of just placed wherever in the middle of the group. And he goes back into the kitchen once that's done.
No pie? I yell at him. Well.
As you say, so, he returns with a whole pie, still steaming.
Okay. Well, once I work my way through that pie, that entire pie, I'm just gonna let you guys know. I'm gonna walk around the town and just see what other inns are open and available. I'm just gonna see what they're charging.
What is everyone else doing?
I'm just gonna sit there buzzed. I mean, how does my blade's sigil look on the table? Is it accurate?
Well, you have experience using your knife to carve this into various things to indicate to your brethren where you've been or where you're going. And so it despite being drunk at this point, you still managed to make a pretty good sigil on the table.
Excellent.
Anyone else?
I eat some salad.
I go ahead and order something to eat, whatever they have prepared.
Mirasha got stew, and there's an extra bowl of stew on the table.
I'll have the stew then.
There's also a pie that you can fight over.
Ooh,
I'll start with the stew, see how
That's-
filling it is.
that's true. Boro left his pie.
No, I said I was gonna finish it and then leave.
Oh.
Miss.
Do you only eat the pie?
Oh yeah, I'm not eating anything else, just the pie.
Alright.
I'm also, just enjoying my stew, looking at doing my artwork, and enjoying the buzz.
Boro, make a con save.
For the
Sugar
pie?
Rush. For Sugar Rush.
Check those blood sugars.
Okay.
You can tell that this pie is a little bit extra sweet. And
Usually a high midichlorian rate.
you get quite a rush from eating a whole pie on your own. You're just hyper now.
I'm gonna go and quickly find to see if there's a different end. Now that I've scarfed that down.
I'm going to go and check and see if our rooms are ready and what condition they're in. And I'm going to head upstairs to assume where the rooms are.
Okay. Khalas, you start making your way upstairs, and as you do so, you see the dwarf looking tired, trotting down the steps on your way up, and as soon as he sees you, he suddenly perks up and puts on his customer service face. He's like, if there is anything you would like brought up, I'd be happy to help. The other customers have asked for a few things, but I will be glad to help you in anything you need.
Are you and the halfling the only one here working?
Yes, currently yes. I've given the others the night off.
You look very tired. Is everything okay? Are you ill?
Yes, everything is great. Thank you for asking.
Does he have like burn marks from when the water splashed on him?
You can see some slight redding on his face and hands.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him. I'm just gonna put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds to heal those burn marks and maybe whatever else is affecting him. And I'm going to say, we're very grateful for your hospitality. Our room's just up here, so there's a specific number, or?
Yes, oh, wow. Oh, that's really nice. Thank you.
Thank you for the hot water.
Yes, I placed the water next to your rooms. It'll be all on one side, the 6th rooms.
Very good.
You have the entire
I'll let
lodge.
you... Okay. I'll let you know if I require of anything else, but I'm sure my comrades down below would require more.
Much
And then
gratitude.
And then I head to one of the rooms.
Okay. You make your way upstairs and find that the room is not locked. You just enter. There is this steaming bucket of water on the outside, but you make your way in.
What does the room look like?
It's alright. It's not the lavish place you had in the last town, but it's got a nice bed. There's a small sofa in one of the corners. There's a divider for the chamber pot, and not a full bathtub, but like something you can kind of wash yourself, like a larger bucket you can wash yourself in with the hot water.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna get ready to take a bath, to wash myself, and to remove my wet clothes.
The nicest thing about the room is probably the blankets for the bed. It's made out of skin of an animal, a fur.
Gosh. Yeah, so Khalas is just gonna start getting ready to wash her body and let her clothes dry and stuff.
What would everyone else like to do?
And again, I'm searching for other ends.
Right. As soon as everyone else says what they're doing, we'll get to you.
Mirasha would like to see if there is a cloaked figure and an owl mask hanging out in this tavern.
It's following us.
Make a perception roll with disadvantage.
Aww.
So you're looking around. The potted plant in the corner kind of looks like a shadowy figure.
I will investigate it.
As you approach it, it seems to duplicate itself.
Oh.
You start seeing double.
Why are you here? Why do you keep following us?
But other than the strange figure of the potted plant, you four now are the only ones in the tavern.
I'm probably just gonna yell at the plant or just try to figure out what its deal is for a little bit before I go upstairs and take my clothes off and bathe and all that stuff. Or try to, anyways, in my condition.
Gwyn, Guryev, and Delta, you see Mirasha peer over the corner of the room as if she's suspicious of something. She gets up and wanders over, kind of staggers, and approaches the potted plant in the corner and starts arguing with it.
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy. To say, in my best, not Guryev voice, turn around.
I do that, like what?
And leave me alone.
You can't tell me what to do.
Boom.
I start shaking the plant
And
violently.
then I'm gonna say, leave me, and then cast a command.
Do I have to make a save for that, or does it just happen?
Wisdom save?
Yeah, it's a wisdom save.
I'm gonna roll.
With disadvantage because you're intoxicated.
Well, it's probably gonna be it. Oh.
So you leave the potted plant alone.
You feel compelled. You can't. Your body just moves.
What is going on?
You're looking back at it, but your body's walking away. You're just like, ah!
Ah! Guys, that cloak figure is doing spells again.
Perhaps you should go take your bath now.
Sounds like a good idea. That sounds really good.
I wish I had like.
I'm gonna
mine
start stripping as I'm walking up the stairs. I'm not even waiting till I get to the room. I'm just like, I got it. I got it.
You see the dwarf coming down the stairs as you're walking up it.
Pardon me. Excuse me.
As he sees you start to remove your clothing, he gets wide-eyed again and makes glances at the party and forces himself to stand up straighter. Like, thank you for your service.
patronage.
Thank you.
He very awkwardly makes his way towards the back area, the kitchen.
Keep up all the hot water now? Or is he still working on it?
He brought up some hot water before. Are you asking him if he'd get
It sounds
more?
like somebody's purring.
No, I'm just asking if he, has he only gone up once?
Yeah, I'd say so.
To be fair, I don't know where the rooms are, so I'm just gonna jiggle doorknobs until there's an open one, and I don't know if Khalas locked her door, so I don't know where I'm ending up.
Did Khalas lock her door?
No.
I don't know what that is like. That's locked.
Both of you roll a d6.
Because the Khalas took the first room closest to the stairs.
Okay.
D6.
You enter Khalas's room.
Oh, I'm probably half naked at this point.
This is the
I'm gonna head towards the bathroom.
And Khalas is probably at that point as well.
Khalas is like undressed. She's like getting ready to bathe herself. The little area. What the hell, Mirasha?
What? Well, why are you in my room?
This is my room. Do you
what
need help going to your other room?
No, I got it. And I just kind of give you an up down real quick, and then I'm gonna leave. I'll go to
Khalas, like, as soon as she sees that, she just like tries to cover her bits.
Do I see anything interesting on her bits?
My goodness.
Sorry, like I don't know, like
I would say you notice she has hooves.
okay. Oh, I didn't see those before. I was gonna say I didn't know if she had any like if she's all scarred up like me or anything, or if she has any tattoos.
I probably have a few scars. I do have a tail. Usually it's wrapped around my waist, but
That probably
when
would have freaked me out if I hadn't seen it before.
and I have hooves. Like I normally wear normal person boots.
Oh, I was probably
And I just have I just have filling in them just to try and look a little more normal.
Oh. Anyways, I just gotta I give you the up down, and then I'll go into the next room next to yours, and I won't even knock. I'll just see hello, anyone here? I think it's good. So I'll make my way into the bath.
As soon as she leaves, Khalas runs to the door and locks it.
Mirasha, make another d6. Oh,
Oh god. Okay.
if you roll another 5, okay. You stumble to one of the further rooms and open it, and it's empty.
Okay.
It looks about the same as before. The first one.
Alright. I'm gonna take a bath. Bath time. Okay.
Let's go to Boro, as you are rushing around the town looking for another cheaper inn.
Okay. Do I just find one? Roll perception check.
Yeah, roll perception.
Okay. Here we go.
So you make your way further into town, and you see a few shops that are open, though no one is going in or out of those shops. Some places are just closing up for the night, blowing out candles and dousing fires. But you manage to find another inn. It's got a picture of a rather happy-looking frog toad. It seems satisfied with itself. But you enter the Blessed Toad Inn. This is not quite the tavern inn as the Dancing Fawn, but it's got a soul figure behind a desk, just looking bored, reading a small tome. Looks like a half-elf person, and hello, welcome. Are you looking for somewhere for the night?
Well, I mean, that depends on how much you charge.
Well, for just yourself?
Yeah, just myself.
It's about, I'd say about 5 gold for yourself.
Why so much?
Well, that's just what we charge here.
Hmm. There's no other place cheaper in town?
Well, this is more of a tourist town. We get a lot of people coming through.
I believe we
spending
found
money.
Leavenworth. I think.
But I suppose you might be able to find somewhere cheaper. But we again, this is the time of year where prices are a little more expensive. So
It didn't seem that lively when I came into town.
well, I assume that you looked outside since you just came from there. It's not exactly a lively kind of weather.
Oh, no, but if it's a big festival, you'd think it would still draw a crowd.
You'd think, yeah, that's where we're at.
Alright, and then I just walk out.
Thanks for nothing.
I'm just gonna walk back to the original inn.
Alright.
We're getting the tourist prices.
So defeated. Like, yeah, that's where we're at. What can I do?
It was like when two like characters have like a depressed conversation, and they're both depressed. Yeah.
So how you
that's what
doing?
it's
I'm
like.
sad. Me too.
Cool. Yeah. You
What
too.
can you do?
Thanks. Thanks for noticing.
It is what it is.
Thanks for asking.
Things could always be better. So, Boro, you enter the Dancing Fawn again. Find that Mirasha and Khalas are gone. The three others that are left are laughing to themselves about something about a argument with a inanimate object and some flora.
I'm just gonna observe for like a moment and then be like, and then just walk up to my room.
Okay, roll a d6.
D6.
So you make your way up, try the first door, and it seems to be locked. You try a couple down and find an open room and make your way inside. Pretty nice, comfy bed, overstuffed chair, and an area for a bathroom.
Alright, I'm just gonna be turning in for the night, just still processing being with this new group that I'm still not all that familiar with.
The three of you, what would you like to do?
I would like to head upstairs and look for a room so I can go to bed.
Same.
So the last three of you are going upstairs to settle down for the night.
Yar.
Okay.
That be the plan.
You.
I want
Go ahead.
You want
What?
to roleplay taking a bath?
Splish splash. You were taking a bath.
to. Yeah.
Around about a Saturday night? You sing the Rubber Ducky song? Ducky go down the hole.
So you make your way up, find your respective rooms, and get ready for the night.
Rubber Ducky, you're the one.
And you all fall asleep very easily. The bed is
I locked
quite
my door.
comfortable. Yeah. I would
and
suspect
found
it's
something
early.
to like kind of to not necessarily jam it, but to like block it from being opened if someone could unlock it.
As if you don't trust somebody.
Yes.
You find the bed to be much more comfortable than you would have expected. You indeed get a great night's sleep with the comfort of the furs in the bed. Almost as if it was worth the price. Almost. But you wake up the next morning refreshed and ready for a new day.
Is Mirasha refreshed as well, or would you say she's hungover?
You are quite hungover.
Okay.
We have bacon.
No bacon.
Are you all meeting up, or are you in your separate rooms?
I
All
will
meeting up.
Yeah.
put my clothes on and head downstairs.
You all gather your things, getting ready for the next day's travel. And as you make your way downstairs, you see that the dwarf is at the counter with his head in his hand, and loud snoring can be heard from his direction. The halfling is leaning with his back against the counter, not snoring, but you notice that he is sleeping as well.
I'm going to let them sleep. And I'm going to sit at the same table we were the night before.
The fireplace is still going, but just barely. It looks like it hasn't been fed in a while. Just some small flames flickering.
Can I light it with prestidigitation?
Yes.
I will light the fire.
You wave your hand, and the fire comes up, and it's now letting off heat to warm the rest of the
It's
inn.
still raining,
Yes, it is.
so it's probably kind of chilly.
Yeah, it's the stone underneath your feet is a bit chill, but once the fire lights, you can feel the heat immediately.
Is it still raining?
I just said that!
Oh, sorry. I was saying goodnight to the children.
Blast those
They're-
children, distracting.
Real children.
It was a parade of good nights, so
Yes,
I could
when you have
it's still
when you
raining.
have a horde of children, it takes a while.
Fending
So
them off.
it's still raining. Giving good nights, telling them you love them, telling them to brush their teeth, take their medicine, put on their jammies.
Stay in school, don't do drugs.
There's no school tomorrow.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Except the medicine.
Definitely have to say that to the 3-year-old and the 1-year-old. So it's still raining. Are there people outside?
Do you go outside to look?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to go outside, step outside, just see, take a look at the day.
You step outside in the streets. You do see a few people. It's early morning. You guys went to bed pretty early, so there isn't a whole lot of activity out there. You see a few people going to their respective shops and unlocking the door and heading inside to what you suspect set up for the day.
I head back inside, sit at the table with everyone.
If the guy's still
Does
asleep, sleep, I'm gonna take the bacon skillet into the kitchen and start cooking bacon.
Okay.
They're gonna take his tip jar.
Delta, roll a stealth. See if you can sneak
Stealth.
past him.
I'm not sneaking past him.
You're just walking by?
He's still asleep,
Right.
so I'm gonna take my stand and my bacon cooker and my bacon, and I'm gonna cook it.
Aren't you going in the kitchen? Yeah.
I mean, couldn't you do it like a hibachi, though?
Technically, you don't have to go into the kitchen to do so, because you have all the stuff in front of you.
I'm assuming you came to my room and you knocked on the door and you woke me up and you got the skillet and stuff from the bag of holding.
Yes.
I thought you were all congregating downstairs.
I was staying in bed until it was required that I get up.
Okay.
Well, you don't have to get up. She just needs in your room. I guess you do have to get up because you have to remove whatever you used to block the door. Okay.
Delta, you really want bacon, and you see that the
I
dwarf.
just want something to eat.
You see the dwarf and the halfling are not in a position to.
Yeah, he looked kind of tired
it.
yesterday.
So you make your way to the only room that still has a person inside, and you notice that it's locked.
I knock on the door. Guryev! Wake up, it's time for breakfast! I need the bacon fryer.
I'll get up and open the door and just hand it through the door with the stand. Actually, I'll just give you the whole bag of holding. Because it's got bacon in it
You are the keeper now.
Haha.
for now.
Share the load.
Okay, I go downstairs and I set up the bacon skillet. Start cooking bacon.
I think I need to buy a teapot because I really want some tea. Since I can't have coffee.
Water.
Coffee not exist? Oh god,
You have to invent your own bean water.
I don't want to live in this world anymore.
So I need to make tea.
Bean water, that sounds so gross.
That's all coffee is bean water.
Dirty,
I know, but when you put it that way.
it's all dirty leaf water.
Hey, you already have hoppy water, or honey water,
True.
or wheat water. Anyway, so you make your way down town, and you
Walk
start cooking your meats in the fryer or in the skillet. Do you use the bacon that you've had for a while, or do you use the boar meat that you didn't finish from the day before?
Probably the boar meat, because it didn't get salted. Or did it get salted?
They did take salt off of the Snuggie thing.
We didn't specify what portions of pork or boar was getting salted and not.
Well, were you
I mean,
salting it to season it, or
I-
were you salting it to cure it?
Season.
Alright, so it wouldn't be...
Okay, yes. So I would cook the boar meat first.
Alright.
You guys, you know that cloaked figure that was following us in the last town? I think he was here last night.
You don't?
Really?
Yes. I don't remember. It was a really fuzzy night, but I think he was stalking us again.
I look at Delta and who else was downstairs at the time?
Guryev.
Yeah, Guryev.
I just kind of raised my eyebrows. Give Gwen a little smile.
Delta is like, is this true? Did he actually show up? In all seriousness, because I wasn't there. I was upstairs.
Not exactly.
I'm pretty sure it was. I think I took his cloak off or something, and he had hooves and a tail.
Oh god.
It's just not what I was expecting. Very
The memory wipe event happen again?
I think you're a little confused.
Yes. There's definitely no one who has hooves and a tail around here.
Perhaps you should have something to drink.
Water.
Oh, roll the dice.
Water.
Remember the last time she rolled it? Everybody got sober.
That was so
Oh, yeah.
disappointing.
Do want to roll the dice.
Oh god.
Now that you remind her.
I take the dice out. And I roll it on the table, being careful not to knock it over.
This is the Die of Luck, the artifact.
Or get the dice greased.
Rolls of one, we all pass out. Wake up naked, all of our stuff is gone.
But we'll have bacon, unless I take the bacon.
So roll a d20.
Jeez.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Let's hope so.
So, it lands on. Let's see. So it lands on a side, and an image of an open book starts to glow, and Delta, you feel like you are amazing at everything. You feel like you could accomplish so many things, and you are proficient in all skills, tools, weapons, and languages until the next long rest.
Nice.
How did you make this show up on my screen?
I don't feel better, guys.
What happened? Did anything happen when you rolled the dice?
Great. I am so smart.
Well, that didn't really sober up our friend here.
Maybe we should wake up the innkeeper then.
I'm sure the smell of bacon will wake him up shortly.
But we could just wake him up now. I want some tea anyways.
But he looked so tired.
I can
Yeah.
make you tea.
Well, it's not like he is at the
Just
customers.
get-
He could go take a nap.
Get a cup and I can make you some water and heat it up.
Can I roll a medicine check to see if I know a cure for hangovers?
Yeah. You know that good food and a lot of water is a great cure.
Bacon
Good
is
food.
good
You also
Like
know
food.
that like
Like
there's
greasy food?
like filling food. But you
Perhaps
know that there's like
bucket of chicken?
there's a certain elixir made from alligators that helps in that regard. Some people call it Gatorade, but you're not quite sure where you could find some right now. So you'll just stick with the water and the food.
I'm just gonna try to cure my hangover.
I mean, well, your options are to continue getting drunk, so then you don't feel the hangover, or drink water, eat a good meal. Unless you have alligator meat on you.
I'll take the former.
Do you still have your empty mug?
I rummage through my bag and pull the mug sticker out and yes,
I fill it up with water.
thank you. And we gonna start drinking and eating when the bacon's cooked. I could have sworn he was here, guys.
You'll get him next time.
Next time.
You definitely start to feel better as you fill up with food and water.
Excellent.
As the food is cooking, you notice the dwarf in the back is kind of sniffing, although still asleep, like moving forward towards your table, and he moves far enough that his hand slips out from underneath his head, and it goes down and smacks the table. Hi, hello, morning.
Would you like some boar?
Boro, you say?
Yes.
You're offering?
Freshly
Yeah.
cooked.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Let me get something to drink. He goes in the back, gets a nice tall cup of water, comes back out, and he doesn't sit down with the rest of you, but stands at the table. He's like, he points at the cooked foods. It's all right to take, yes.
Yeah.
Ah. Thank you for your patronage. He takes some and eats some of the boar flank.
I
Prepared.
I make some ice in both him and Mirasha's cup.
Thank you.
Oh, you are adventurous. I was glad to have you in my inn.
Well, you're welcome.
Takes another bite of the meat. This is good. It's fresh.
I killed it yesterday.
Oh, man, you adventurers are full of vigor. That one. You can still see he's pretty tired from the whole night, and sleeping in such a awkward position. But he happily munches on the pork. The halfling is still quietly sleeping against the counter. Hey, mind if I grab some for Delvino?
Certainly.
He grabs another one, takes a bite of that, and then walks over and grabs a plate from the back, and then sets the meat on the counter above the halfling, kind of loudly. Wake up! We got some food for you. The halfling jumps up in surprise. You, what? Oh, thank you, Olin, for your graciousness. And he starts munching on the pork, grabs a mug of water that the dwarf had, shares it between the two of them.
You notice the ice?
The halfling takes a swig of the mug, sends chills down his spine. What? It's already cold. Why'd you have to chill it down some more? It wasn't me. The blue one helped out. The halfling raises the mug of water towards you, takes another drink.
Not at him.
That'll do, pig.
Four.
So it's 10 o'clock. Would you like to keep going, or are you feeling like you should start next time?
I think it's a good time to go next time.
Yeah, I've got to get up earlier tomorrow, so.
Did we say that after this we'll be leaving the inn to head back on the road?
I think so.
Alright.
This town's smaller than Westgate. I can't imagine they have, a lot to shop around for that we need.
But it is a festival.
Gotta spend some time to party here.
Yeah.
Festival.
Yeah.
Going on,
not,
though.
not at these prices.
That too. I ain't gonna spend another 5 gold for another night.
I like how the guy was like bleeding us dry of gold, and yet we're just super nice.
I figured we could do. Well, we have so much meat that's gonna go bad if we don't eat it.
True. Very
Yeah,
true.
And I carved a drawing onto his table.
Yeah.
Poor guy's like super tired and has no customers.
So,
Yeah.
join us next week, Thursday, 7:30, for the next episode of Regaining Lost Power. Hopefully make it to Star Mantle next week. Say bye, y'all!
Bye.
Letters.